So, this may not be the most interesting gaming showcase in the world, but as you probably gathered by now, this game is basically a open world kind of role-playing game, and getting anywhere takes some time. So, I would rather spend the time with it, and it's just a showcase. It's not important. Contemplating making a video series, but it would be likely be gameplay recorded and then edited and then voiced over after the fact, because of the fact that you can run into situations where you have to clear large areas of monsters, and it may not necessarily be super exciting to watch, but at the same time I don't like when I watch let's plays myself or playthroughs or whatever they are called and people keep cutting. So I don't know. I'm just putting these videos up, and then if people like them and want me to do more, or there's some sort of interest in it, then I could potentially do more. But I certainly want to. But I accept the fact that it's going to be a bit slow paced, and I don't know the game inside out like certain other players would do. So I wouldn't. Oops.
Need a new weapon?
I wouldn't necessarily know the short, fast way to do things. But anyway, we can solve this spear. To showcase the difference, you can see. Oh, she didn't get immersion skill. That is true. She did not. Oh, well, no mind. Ignore me. I forgot. Normally I would give her the immersion skill, but I didn't. So, well, learn skills. This game, the different shops, they only want to buy the different items they sell themselves. So you will only buy weapons, the armor will only buy armors, the magic shop will only buy magic items, which is a bit of a pain, but I suppose. As you can see, skill cost is 500. You want to learn bow with all your characters just to have a chance to engage enemies at range, but of course you can probably tell by the amount of money we have that is not
Thanks. Come
a
again.
particular option right now. We haven't got any armor to sell, but we have some rings we should get enough. Don't worry, I will get over and clear that other bit. While we're looking for experience, you can actually see it. It's a nice little touch. You can right click on new experience, and it will tell you how much experience you need for the next level. So, the healer will heal you, and it's not very expensive, at least not early on. Should probably get some HP Narnia. Save a bit of magic. Different spells we can buy. I can showcase, but right now it's not
Welcome
particularly
to the Air Guild.
feasible. You will find that they have an awful lot of the same spells around. So even though you can see there are 12 spells showcased, there are Sparks, Featherfall, 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 Wizard Eye, just repeats, basically. And 800 gold, depending on what they do, what rank they require, and things like that. They can be also expensive. Sparks is a very, very nice spell to have early on, but at 800 gold, yeah. And of course, learning, which increases the amount of experience you gain. Who are you?
Day.
Oh, he's got a proposal, give you one, blah blah blah. Don't take it.
Hi. How
Don't
are
want to
you?
earn a favor. The blue bottle, alchemy shop, learn skills. Alchemy, identify monster. Buy standard. These, 2 gold for potion bottles. You know what? It's foolish not to have them. 2 gold. I won't happily pay 2 gold for the agents. Yeah, well, By special, that is, of course, magical versions of the basic equipment, but that doesn't necessarily mean it is anything special, but in the case it is pure accuracy, recipe, pure luck, that kind of stuff. And then, of course, you can buy the different potions if you should want to buy them. But we don't want to spend so much money right now. We want to find the magic shop. It should be the magic, that's the spirit guild, isn't it? No, it is the magic shop.
Can I help you with anything?
Learn skills from here. Identify some. Well, he already knows repair. He can't learn repair or identify. She can learn repair, and she can learn identify. Guess what it is? It's fairly obvious. Should be fairly obvious. Anyway, let's sell these and see if we get enough. 85 times 3. That's 683. How will do?
Thanks. Come again.
So, because of course we have one bow, we're going to go over to the weapon shop and learn bow without paladin, because he hasn't got an accuracy penalty. There should be an accuracy law somewhere here, but of course I've forgotten where it is.
Need a new weapon?
Run skills. Oh. So now suddenly he can equip a bow and means he can actually shoot at range, which is highly beneficial. So let us aha! Is that wizard eye already ran out? Oh, doesn't last very long, does it? Love that sound, by the way. Nope, nothing there. There should be a wall somewhere around here that gives +2 accuracy permanently. Just have to be careful of the sound of monsters. Don't want to pull them into the NPCs and get them butchered. Is that it? Yeah, no, luck. Apparently, luck. We'll take the luck. I don't care what it is. I'll take it. Let's go down and get rid of the rest of these fireflies. They will respawn. Usually after rests, part of them may respawn, all of them may respawn. I'm not necessarily a fan of respawning enemies in any kind of game, but you know what, I'll just have to accept it as it is. So, now we have a bow and our paladin equipped as he will shoot his bow
Too easy.
in the general direction of a monster. You can hover over a monster and click them and control click in order to cast spells. But you can also just let them decide on the target themselves, and I just find that to be easier. Especially early on, so. Still want to pull back a bit here, but I don't want to throw my spells into walls. That building over there is the storage shed that we was mentioned earlier on. So, there are items in a storage shed for some bizarre reason. Come on. You die. Leave. Come on. Still quite a few left. And our cleric used all her spell points. Oh, that was. Thank you. Next. I should probably actually aim for oh, the queen? Oh. I thought there was only one queen, but apparently more than one. Come on. You mind? Oh,
Help me.
Yeah. The ready ring around that portrait can be a bit hard to say, but you may be able to make out that the frame around the portrait is filled now. That means that that character is ready. It's that character's action turn.
Perfect mix. A perfect mix.
To probably use this. So,
Ow!
come on. Did we all miss? Oh, lovely.
Ow!
She went down. And the dragonfly queen died. Apparently. Yeah, well, we'll just have to accept the fact that...
Is that supposed to hurt?
Yes, it was supposed to hurt, apparently. Anyway. We've killed them. So. Time to do a bit of... A shame. Yeah, well, as I was saying, you can do this.
Success.
And even though she is unconscious, you can force a potion down his throat. So, yeah, well. Anyway, let us loot this stuff. We need the money. Let's go ahead and loot this place, shall we? We have 4 boxes in here. This loot is random, except for the seashell, which is part of the quest. So, as you can probably gather, we have to go there. You can get some extremely not rubbish, and you can get some extreme rubbish. It's sort of luck of the draw, and you basically could technically save and load and hope that you get some decent equipment. But you know what? We'll just take it. Remove fear, mind resistance, or deadly swarm. I'm pretty sure that's stones. Yeah. So, a crude longsword. This one. A warhammer. It's good for paladin. Good spear. Poison spray. Reagent. Good disease. And then this one back here. Lots of potion bottles. Come on. Which of course is ideal. And there's plenty of red ingredients, and red potions is one of the potions we need to hand in. So that's always lovely. That should be it for this place. We still got one more thingy to loot. So we could technically go and learn the bow skill, but of course it would be too simple if it was that simple, and it isn't, because just because you can learn the bow skill with the different characters doesn't mean that the weapon dealer necessarily has the bows available to sell. It's definitely something where this game sticks out compared to many other games, is the fact, or stands out, I should say, is that the different vendors I'd say have extremely limited inventory. So, let's go in and say hi.
It's closed.
It's closed. We are not going to go in and say hi. We're going to go over to the inn, take a nap, and then go in and say hi. Yeah, sounds like a plan. In.
Come in, come in.
That's a vendor.
Enjoy your stay.
It is now next morning. Hurry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go behind these items and show the very exciting leveling, and then hold it.
His Grace, Lord Markham, Duke of the Western Lowlands.
Because of course you're getting experience for doing parts of the quest. What do you have? Oh, beautiful shell. Oh, okay. We need to make a red potion. Just use one of the cheap ones. Okay,
His
try again.
Grace, Lord Markham,
Red
Duke of the
potion.
Western Lowlands.
So all characters should now be qualified for leveling. That's yep. Oh, she lost 70 XP. Oh, what a shame. Anyway, let's go to the training hall and train, which early on, not particularly expensive, but it can get
Need some
dicey later
training?
on. And not only, of course, do you have to pay for training, but certain instructors can only train you to a certain level. So anyway, let's
That's the ticket. That's the ticket.
learn skills. Arms master, bodybuilding. Bodybuilding? So, you now have some skills. Or skill points, I should say. Between 1 and 9, you get 5 skill points per level up, and then 10 you get 6. 10 to 19 you get 6. 20 to 29 you get 7, and so on, so on, so on. Going up in the different ranks will cost the amount of skill points it will cost to level up to the next rank. So if we go from 1 to 2, it costs 2 skill points, 2 to 3 costs 3, 3 to 4 costs 4, and so on and so on. For the purpose of this, let's get some mace. Yeah, because that's his main weapon. Him, let's just get some unarmed. Her body magic is healing, mind magic is for the purpose of this, let's just go body magic first. And her magic extends the duration of the life, but you know what? Let's just do some air magic. To learn expert ranks, you need 4 points in a magic in a skill. Master, I think, is 7. Could be more. I'm fairly sure the manual doesn't exist state. Because of course, I mean, I got the GOT versions. I got the manual in PDF file format. I'm fairly sure it doesn't really show. But anyway, I know it's 4 for expert. So it's not expensive to get the first rank up of a skill. Of course, the quest log is updating as well. You can't go from one to another, but on both floors are a musical instrument, which we need to buy. And should I show the missing contestants before we call it a video? I probably could do. Yeah, let's do that. The missing contestants bumped into something they weren't ready to bump into, and you are not ready to bump into it either. Trust me on that one. As I was saying, by the way, I was considering doing a series of this, and if I was to do a series of this, I would. I mean, I've spent an awful lot of time explaining stuff here, which I like explaining stuff. But of course, I wouldn't necessarily do that, so it ideally should be a bit faster paced than that. But anyway, here's a fire resistance pedestal outside a cave. I wonder why that is. A dragon's lair. Yeah, there's a dragon. Thankfully,
Is it safe? Should we go? Ow! Ow!
thankfully, there's a bunch of rats that the dragon would rather kill than us. But as soon as the rats are down, the dragon will try to obliterate us, and it's quite good at doing so. But there's some items around you can pick up. You don't want to go into turn-based mode when the dragon is around because it will obliterate you. In real time, you still have a chance to dodge. Chance. That shield is the important one.
Let's get out of here.
Good idea. That is why the contestants are missing, because they run into a dragon. But the cutscene wasn't just fooling around, it was actually showcasing exactly what happened.
Ow!
Our cleric died, but thankfully, because he's only level 2, it doesn't cost anything to get her resurrected. There's no penalty to getting resurrected, except for the nuisance of losing the character, of course. But heal 150 gold. It's not exactly amazing. And once you get healed, it also restores your spell points, which is always nice. So you can learn motion now. So,
Go in peace.
then we can go and get 1,000 gold for lowering the fate of the contestants. But Let's go into quick reference. Why not? Because it pauses. If I could actually without quick reference, there we are. So that was a look at Might Magic VII. I know it's probably a bit too clunky, it's too slow and too sluggish, but it's supposed to be a showcase of the game, and I have showcased very little of the game, but enough to potentially warrant an interest. As I said, I'm not an expert on the game. You can probably find someone else playing this game and recording it, doing a much better job of it than I do, but if there should be some remote interest in me making a series on this, I would be happy to try and do so. As I was saying earlier, likely with some editing or some description. But obviously, the early game is slow paced, and you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle some more, and then some more, and then some more, and then at one point or another, you will start becoming very, very powerful. If you follow the story and where you're supposed to be going from the game's perspective, you will never really be super powerful. There will always be an area that's slightly tougher than you are. And some people like that kind of stuff, some people don't. If I like the game that I'm playing, then I will take whatever mechanics comes with it, good or bad, annoying, frustrating, funky, whatever they might be. I'm not one for necessarily playing a game. I know I can whine in certain videos if I play them, but it's not perfect. No game is perfect, but it is thoroughly enjoyable on many levels, even though the story gets a bit wonky at one point or another. But the enjoyment of gaining higher mastery ranks is very rewarding, except for the fact that, of course, this game it is basically an open world RPG, so to speak. And the different trainers that can teach you the expert master and grandmaster levels of different skills can be in quite remote, awkward, hard to find locations, and finding the masters in and by themselves become a game in the game. Again, something that certain people would hate and certain people will absolutely love. If you were to play this game yourself, you can buy Might and Magic 1 to 6 for not very much on GOG, and 7 I think was something like £7. I don't know what equivalent it would be in your local currency. It is definitely a game that requires a certain amount of patience and a certain mindset to get the most out of. But yeah, I talk too much. That's what I do. That's who I am. This was a look at Might and Magic VII, a very, very basic look with a lot of talking. And as I said, I could be interested in trying to make a series out of this if there's any interest in it. It doesn't have to be an excessive interest. If one or two people find it remotely interesting, that's a reason enough for me to do this. I love doing recordings. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. I'm not doing it for the views, but at the same time, a game of this scope wouldn't mind that there was someone that likes finding it interesting before I start annoying those who are not interested by having uploads of a video series they don't care about. So on that note, thanks for following me on this showcase. If you've listened this long, then you might have an interest. So as I said, thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye for now.